What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Cigar Ralphie. So I just heard Drake's. I didn't even know they had beef, Pusha T and Drake. Now I don't listen to Pusha T like that. I never listen to Pusha T. Matter of fact, my son had to tell me, "Yo, Pusha T is not a mumble rapper." I thought he was a mumble rapper. That's why I refused to hear it. So I was being mumble rapper prejudiced. I just refused to hear it. And then I heard some of his stuff. I was like, okay. I heard some of his stuff. You can understand him. He's lyrical, whatever, all this and that. But they got beef, man. They got into beef. Now, I'm not going to break down the lyrics. I did a video on Tekashi's last song. I think it's called Tati or something. And they took it down because I used too much of the song, blah, blah, blah. So whatever. I'm not going to put the song on here or the video because at this point, you guys should have already heard it. There's like 100 videos of it all over the place. Okay. So I heard Pusha T's first. Normally the way rap battles work is, that's the AC. The way rap battles work, you gotta, people have their favorite battler or their favorite rapper, whoever doing the battling. And, that's who they're normally gonna go for. If it's two titans like Jay-Z and Nas, it's one of those like, oh my God, who's better, who's gonna win, whatever. In this case, it's two big guys again, I guess for the era that we're in, Pusha T and Drake. And Drake dropped his first. He dropped it on the 25th or something. That's when I saw it. When it was uploaded. And I heard it. Now, I heard Pusha T's first. You got to be careful with rap battles because if it's two dudes that are good, two guys that are good, normally the guy who you listen to second, just because in your mind frame, the guy who strikes last is the one who won, blah, 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 because that's just the way it's set up. Like, oh, he did something, now he jabbed. Now you're waiting for a punch from the other guy, but it hasn't happened yet, obviously. You know what I mean? With lyrical, Cannabis said, if you know who he is, look him up. Cannabis said it's about who strikes the hardest, not who strikes first. Well, I heard Pusha T's first. And it was like, okay. Some of the stuff I didn't know, but he did mention something about a baby mama, how he's kind of neglecting, I guess he has a child or something like that. I didn't know that. I'm not following the new rappers like that too much. I'm starting to now because there's some, But I guess, he brought that up. He brought up a couple of things where I was like, okay, all right, this is dope. This is dope. Then right after that, I went and heard Drake's. And, it was like, okay. Now, I'm thinking, in a nutshell, if I got to say somebody won, I'm going to say, not because he came second, not because he brought this out second, Pusha T, but it was just more heartfelt, if you would. I feel like Pusha T's was harder, Drake's was nice. He, Drake, But at the same time, you got to understand the era where I'm coming from. The 80s, 90s, early 2000s, where I really kind of started veering off of this new music that started coming out, though the middle 2000s. But, the era where I came from, the rap battles were hard. Like, they were, especially when it was two dudes that are, up there, like Pusha T and Drake, that are, one of the good ones, the top dogs, the people know. It's not like it's a nobody and somebody big. Like what happened with Cannabis. Cannabis was still kind of a nobody. Not really a lot of people knew him. And he battled LL. But Cannabis came really hard. Like Cannabis went hard, LL ended up winning because he was just, I think because he was more popular and he came, but whatever. But with Pusha T, man, I think, I mean, if I got to say between one of those two, I would say Pusha T. You know, it's not like it was like, not like it blew me to the edge of my seat. Like I was like, oh my god, did you hear what he said? But you know, if I have to pick one, I'm gonna say Pusha T. I heard Drake's second, even though Drake dropped his first, but I heard Drake's second after I heard Pusha T's, and it was like, okay, you know, it was good too. It was good. You know, it wasn't mind blowing. It wasn't like, did you hear what he said? But you know, and you could tell the difference in rap battles. You could hear, if you hear Remy Ma going at Nicki Minaj, for example, that's an old school style hit. You can hear the anger, and I think it's a lot. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what I think a big difference is from before. Before we were exposed to the internet like this, where we were walking around with access to information on anything in the world at any given time in our pocket. You don't have to go to a library. You want to know something, it's in your pocket. You can get it. You want to see news, you want to know what's happening in Israel and Istanbul and Africa, in a country in Africa, it's in your pocket. Before, you had to go somewhere, you had to watch news, you had to go out of your way to get that information. Now, with that being said, we realize the way the world is right now. We didn't see crime back in my day to the level that we see in it, you know, terrorism and stuff like that, things that are going on around the world that gets to you. We only saw our local crimes, and we may have seen something from another state or something, you know. And I don't know how to word this, maybe I'm wording it wrong, but we didn't take it as serious as we are now. Now, if you hear the lyrics of rap battles, yeah, they're like, oh, I'm gonna get you, but it's not the same effect. It's not the same, you know, like punch that it had before, where they were talking about. I'm not saying necessarily it's a bad thing. It's just the way it is. We have more access, and you see things every single day. You're getting a tweet, all this happening in the world, and it's like even the rappers don't want to, you know, like, man, there's so much going on. I kind of don't even really want beef, you know, but I have to because this guy said something, you know. It's not the same, you know. It's not the same beef. I don't think anybody's going to get hurt like with Biggie and Pac. I hope not. That's not, especially with Drake and Pusha T. It's not that kind of beef. Drake said, there's one part I like that Drake said where he was like that he's approachable. that was funny. I was laughing at that part, but you know, it's not the same. We know things are going on in the world, and it's kind of affecting everybody. It's like, damn, we gotta try to chill a little bit. You know, there's shootings, there's terrorism all over the world. You know, this, that, and the third. Where before we were just focused on what happened in my neighborhood. You know, we were kind of used to that, and we knew how to navigate through that. You know, don't talk to this person, don't say this. You know, don't hang around here. We know that. Now, with the things going on in the world, you know, and with all the sensitivity and all this stuff, and you can't say this because people get all sensitive and they start crying, and, oh, he called me this, oh, he called me the wrong name, and then you get put on blast on the internet, somebody writes an article, your career's over. These rappers ain't trying to do all that, man. They're trying to get money as however they can, you know. They gotta put, they do have to put a little rap battle out there, you know. If you notice, it wasn't really, like, it was like, it's not even really, I mean, yeah, you'll still find rappers that will come at you hard, but it's not the same. Not the same. So the majority of these rappers, especially these mumble rappers, they don't know how to battle. They're not battle rappers. There's not too many people that can have a rap battle with the mumble. Like, I don't see Migos having a rap battle, you know. I don't see, yeah, you know, they'll call it a diss track, but it's not really a diss track. It's just them saying, you know, they got the Draco or the Burner or whatever the hell they call them now, over and over. It's not really a diss track, you know. It's not the same. I don't know. Just the way I feel, you know what I mean? It might be different. Might be different for everyone. Different for everybody. You know what I mean? Let me lower these windows a little bit because I'm feeling light this up. But anyway, that's just all I got. I probably overspoke. It's already been like 12 minutes, 12 and a half minutes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Get it? Follow me on social media. And I'll see you on the next smoke.